Alright. Oh shit. Right. Truly, I have done the studying and I have done my test. And I got a very epic 68. Godspeed. Back to Wani. This can save me. So after my impromptu tumble, Ilvi had done her best to pull me up and get me to the couch. A rope did make it easy to drag me across the smooth floor of my house. Got dragged, eh? Okay, forget the project. Okay, thank you, Java 2. Very cool. What project? Attaboy. I can't... There you go. I can't tell if the Disney's is new or not. He's already slipping. Olivia's already started packing at the trash mountain, moving what she can into a grocery bag. Watching with my vision going fuzzy only intensifies the vertigo. Just close your eyes, my guy. Also, it got me some Trident Vibes Sour Patch Kids. Apparently the flavor's red berry. Anyways, I guess I should take more of my medicine. I grab a can of soda. Of course. From the half-empty case on the table, along with a bottle of cough syrup. There you go, that's your noise. I opened the... Oh god, that smells bad. I opened the can and bottle into the glass I had been using all weekend, watching the delicious mixture slowly become my plus panacea. Giving the glass a good swirl to ensure the best final product, I grin and gulp down my alchemic masterpiece. I don't get to finish the drink, however, as an olive green tail slams my midsection and makes me spit up the drink all over myself. What the fuck are you doing? No wonder you've been sick as shit. What? I read online that it makes the medicine go down easier. Wait, which one? Inco, you've been drugging yourself with a fucking purple drink. Oh! Oh! The soda and the fucking cough syrup. I forgot that was what purple drink was. I thought it was specifically Sprite and cough drops. Or cough syrup, whatever. I mean, yeah, it's purple and I drink it. Holy crap, how are you alive? The smell of my spat up drink irritates my nose. I feel my stomach roll from both impact and forced purging. I resist the urge to retch, feeling all my energy drain away. Ugh. I feel completely spent again, as your vision is blurring. My vision swims and the world turns counterclockwise. I feel something on my head. I'm thankful that something soft and warm and soothingly smooth maneuvers it back into the couch. The blackness of my shut eyelids returns the uprightness of the world, and the numbness I had grown used to overtakes my limbs. Oh, my... Inco? Inco, are you okay? Oh man, stay there. I'll figure out. Olivia's voice is drowned out by my growing drone of white noise. Once again, the color from outside the window bleed and flood into my house. I'm still without my rent money. Oof. One of these days, man, you can get that back. Someone's in here still. They're bent over something. Hey, you, what's going on? Oh. I'm sorry? Funny Gator girl on wheels, and it's poking out the text box. Hide. Very funky. Got like a boo there. A bootleg boo there. Or is that her tongue? I don't know. Some type of concoction on the spoon there. And the window, the mirror there just has Inco fucking naked. Got a gator on the carpet, whatever. Worm, some other stuff. Alfredora, some cheese. Or trash. You got a hand on the door handle there, on the left. Can confirm. Trippy shit. Hang on, I'll try to help you out. Oh my god. Alright. Let's override this. So big, one big hugs. Money hug. What's going on with this? Where's Lucy? This new game's only a fever dream, boys. If man came from monkeys, then how does Coach Solly exist? I don't know, rare deformity? Man. What the hell do I want to use? You can go straight. Very direct. Go with the title. I want to hug the gator. You can go Snootgate reference. Maybe, I don't know, reference Bang, Lucy along the way. Or, you can go James May. Going philosophical at the wrong fucking moment. I kind of want to go philosophical, but I want to go through all three options, honestly. Alright, I did save. Let's go with Lucy first. Oh, okay. No, okay. Don't say anything, you're completely incoherent. Alright, let's just go with Lucy. Incoherent. That's my name. Before I can say anything, my being fades into the void. Oh, God. My head. What year is it? I stood up and glanced around the room. Oh, jeez. It's nearly evening. Jeez. Mom and Dad aren't back yet, even though it's 6 o'clock. Some business meeting, huh? Wait, no. What's that smell? Dang, something's cooking. It smells nice. Guess Mom is home. Wonder what the occasion is. Oh, hold up. There's nothing better than being blessed by your parents with a $1.50 Costco hot dog and drink combo. You gotta love it, man. So, Mom is home. What is the occasion? Normally it's just reheated whatever. Put the couch pillows back the way my parents like them and head into the kitchen to see what's up. How about you just go to Costco if possible? Wow, Mom. What smells good? Hey, it's not Inco. Fucking Lovia. Shit, sorry. I didn't know you were still... Oh man, I passed out on you, didn't I? The assignment. It's fine. You feeling any better? Oh, are they not around very often? Yeah, they're usually busy with work stuff. Both have busy but well-paying jobs. I'm fine, don't worry. If you say so. Olivia looks down at the slow cooker and fiddles with one of the dials. Actually, are you? Do you really not have anyone around? No aunts, grandparents, no nothing? I shrug. Like, my mom's gone and my dad's a whole nother story, but at least he's stuck with me with the pains. In that way, I guess you're worse off than me, somehow? The last part she spoke was quieter, and with her downcast face, I can't help but feel I wasn't meant to hear it. Well, yeah, but you at least have your folks. But I don't think it does much good comparing our situations. I'll just have to be a better parent for my kids. Olivia flinches. I don't know why, though. Isn't that what everyone wants? You planning to start a family? Yeah, of course. What about you? My dad really wants me to. I know he's pretty far from ideal. He's told me before that he hopes I can make a family work, like how he couldn't. It'd be nice, but I mean, it's probably not gonna happen. I think it can. Hmm. Well, after he collapsed, I panicked. I had to call on Miss Payne, Mrs. Payne, to ask her what to do. If I should call emergency services. She said when this happens to Damon, she just makes him shepherd's pie and waits for him to sleep it off. Shepherd's pie? Hmm. I don't know if that's as good as chicken pot pie. Possibly. I've had to root through your fridge to find out you have jack shit in terms of ingredients. And appliances too. I thought a place as upscale as this would clearly have an air fryer. I know, right? I mean, he has I'm guessing a toaster near the fridge, but there is no air fryer thing I can see. Ugh, what a shit life. But all I could find was a slow cooker, so I threw the vegetables that hadn't expired to it with some stock. Should be good for your sinuses, at least. I vaguely remember something along those lines. It's up close to Olivia. You still look a little suspect, Inco. Peering through the glass window of the cooker. I didn't even know we had half of whatever's in there. Really? Why would your parents buy this kind of stuff just to let it rot away in the fridge? My mom does like to cook, but she doesn't do it very often. I wish she would. The green gator snorts. You know, I'm only spoiling you because you were sick. It's not that, I just miss dinner, you know? Sitting around a dinner room table, talking to each other. You don't really do that anymore, except maybe on holidays. You know what kinda sucks? I can kinda relate, but me and my family, we still do that. It's just... you don't really talk. That's the thing. It's gone to the point where I personally just... I don't eat with my parents that much. But that doesn't mean that there are times we don't talk. I mean, we do. And even then, even when there is an even dinner, it's at a time where I'm just not hungry. So, at the very least, I can appreciate their company. And at least in holidays too, we can be joyous. Olivia winces. No kidding. Sorry to pry. Can't help but sigh as I think about my lackluster relationship with Mom and Dad. It's alright. Anyway, I didn't take you for the culinary type, Olivia. The awkwardness of just standing and staring gets to me. So I chose to take a seat at our island table. I miss that. The home that I'm at now does not have an island table. Man, these chairs are surprisingly comfy. This is actually the first time the table is even used since we moved in. Thinking about it, Olivia's giving me a lot of firsts now. Kinda wish Mom would make dinner again, like before she got that promotion. Olivia hums to herself as she moves towards the fridge, pulling out the egg carton and scowling after checking it. How often do you get groceries, Inco? Ordered some earlier. Actual groceries, not that junk. Oh. God, that's such a waste of money. Imagine if you could cook the food you like. I try to, but my head starts to get a bit lighter. So now I can practically taste the salivating smell coming from the cooker. Is that why you're in home economics? There's another low hum from her as she considers something. I wanted to be ready when I had to have a place of my own, and it's actually relaxing. Just keeps my mind and hands busy when I'm alone. Plus, it's either this or, you know, bother Mrs. Payne all the time. The cooker pings, signaling the stew was finished. You know, recently I've been watching James May's Oh Cooked. It's pretty nice. You get the usual James May commentary, dry comedy, a bit of... Now, I don't know about seriousness, but a bit of over-critiquing, and I forgot the woman's name, but yeah, she really is pretty sweet. It's like the grandma that you kind of like because she's very sweet. When oh yeah, I know there's 2 seasons of it. It's currently on the 2nd season, and I don't know. It kind of wants me. I kind of want to get into home economics. You know, it's just house maintenance, mainly in the kitchen though. When Olivia takes the lid off, a cloud of steam erupts with the rich aroma of cooked meat and vegetables. Can you grab some bowls? I'm guessing they're in the shelves above. I nod and get up, moving around the table to the shelf with all the bowls. I give the top a quick dust check, sticking it back in and taking the two under it. Oh, that is depressing. Olivia already has the ladle ready, stirring the soup slowly. Set the bowls down next to her, which ladles and servings for us. Okay, moneybags, back to the couch. You don't want to eat at the table? I can't. What do... Oh. The island table doesn't really have the space for a chair to fit underneath. Plus, I want to enjoy this with some quality entertainment. I figured we could watch something together on that big flat screen you've got. That's okay, right? Sure. Oh yes. I just noticed, what is that big thing there? What is that spotlight thing? Is that supposed to be a lamp or an actual light? Or spotlight? I carry both bowls back to the couch. Seeing the entire living room has been cleaned up. Man, I really need to make this up to Olivia somehow. Just watching something doesn't feel like a fair deal at all. Not only cooking, but even cleaning up after. I'll find a way to repair. I set down our dinner on the table. I set down our dinner on the coffee table. Before Olivia can say a thing, I place both hands on the corner of the couch and push. Didn't think it'd be so hard, but then again, I'm still out of sorts. The space created, however, is enough for Olivia to work the front of her chair in. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod and then angles her chair in a way to let her use her tail and the couch's armrest to pivot itself onto it. Olivia gives me an appreciative nod. Then angles her chair in a way to let her use her tail and the couch's armrest to pivot herself onto it. I'm sorry for repeating stuff. I just had to get some tea. Thanks. I give Olivia a small nod and a smile as I grab my spoon off the table. Leaning closer to the bowl, the comforting aroma of the soup wafts up my stuffy nose. First time I'm getting goosebumps that aren't caused by cold flashes. I get a good spoonful of Olivia's homemade remedy, making sure to get some meat and veggies as well. Still piping hot. I blow a bit of air on the spoon to cool down. Pussy. What? Hey, if we burn our tongue, we can't enjoy the food. That's my top priority when it comes to cooling stuff down. Or at least the top reason why I cool stuff down. Hey, the last thing I need with this fever is second-degree burns all over my tongue. Whatever you say. Once I feel that it's sufficiently cooled, I slurp my first spoonful. My dry, tired eyes closing in bliss as the flavors wash over my taste buds, firing all off like fireworks. To describe it as just being good would be a severe understatement. No, it's more than that. The stalk is rich and hearty. The meat is well cooked. It could easily fall off the bone it came from. And the vegetables gave it a nice aromatic crunch. All of it well seasoned and spiced. It's like I'm experiencing that scene from Compitui. Ah, Ratatouille. I don't know what people think of it, but I know it's been getting resurgence as of, I don't know, like 2019 or something. I feel like it was fairly popular when it came out. Maybe not as popular as, I don't know, Frozen. Frozen was out of the park. Maybe that's an outlier. Maybe not as popular as, let's say, Cars. Cars 2. But I'm pretty sure it's much more, it was much more liked than Chicken Little. Or Brother Bear, something like that. It's like I'm experiencing that scene from Compitui. Sensing and seeing the different flavors move and dance around in my mind. Oh, don't we all love that? For a brief moment, I forgot all about my fever, and only felt the warm presence of the soup envelop me like a cozy blanket. Is it good? Like a ragged scratcher, I'm taken out of my experience and brought back to earth by the Barney's voice. Bionics. Baryonyx? Bionics' voice? Okay. I might go with Barney sometime. I'll see. Because I don't know how it's properly pronounced. I look to see Olivia giving me a questioning look. I lay crunching and munching her soup. I also realize that I'm sunk into the couch, my arms to the side like a rag doll's. I felt like my body was weighed down from both my sickness and the soup. Guess I got lost in the broth. Wow, Olivia, the soup is amazing. Olivia rolls her eyes at my enthusiastic compliment, but lets out a tiny smile. Ah, it's nothing. I just threw shit together in a pot and called it food. Anyone could do that. Olivia looks away, once again cutting herself short. With weak strength, I lift myself up from the couch's gravitational pull to better look at the shining scaly. I'm serious. This is the most delicious soup I've ever had. Olivia moves her head back closer to me, but still avoids my gaze. Her smile a little weaker. Alright, I get it. Don't have to make it sound better than it is. It's just helping out your flu. I'm not saying it because of the flu. Honestly, you have real talent for cooking. Olivia turns towards me. Her smile still small, but filled with honest joy. You really think so? I nod. Even as the soothing warmth of Olivia's soup settles in, I manage to return her meek smile with my own tired one. I know so. Ah, look at that blush. Look at that blush. That is wholesome. Her eyes dart around for anything else to focus on, desperately trying to redirect her fluster. She shakes the flush off her face and checks around for her bag. Well, I'll get going. Going? Thought you were wanting to get caught up on your shows? Well, I'm always right here. It's the least I can do after your help today. What were you wanting to watch? She eyes the remote and oversized screen on our wall. A few things. Nothing in particular. I remember you asking last month for some recommendations, so I've been thinking of a few you might like, but if you're sick and all, I don't want to. Yeah, I'd love to see what you have. My parents probably won't be back to hog it for another few hours. If they come back tonight at all. It's a pretty good time. You really sure? Sure, I'm sure. Show me all the deep cultural meaning of anime dinosaur folk cartoons. Oh my god. You're lucky you're sick right now. Yup. Smug. You gotta love it when you're sick and smug. That means you're always right. Olivia takes the remote and flicks on the TV. After getting over the initial shock of the screen being taller than she is, she navigates to a streaming site and picks some colorful series I'd only seen in passing. This one has a rough pilot, but it gets better a few episodes in. The animation is top-notch. She flips the first episode on, and an establishing fight scene unravels while Olivia moves back by the couch with me. Oh. Out of the wheelchair. Then, to my surprise, she hefts herself out of her chair and into the cushion next to me. I move my arm out of the way to make room. Oh, sorry. Should have asked. Of course you're welcome to sit. I know, but thanks. We focus back on the show. Oh, well, I do. Olivia's glancing my way after every joke and expensive shot to analyze my reaction. And when it's not for that, it's a forewarning that something a bit cheesy was about to happen. Eventually, the first episode closes. The heroes are ready to begin their journey for real in the following one. The credits scroll, and Olivia swishes her hair aside with her fingertips. So, yeah. It's pretty good, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? I liked it. Yeah. Really? Well, they got the whole season. Do you want to see more? You can see her invisibly grabbing the handles. It's just cut off there. It's still adorable to see, though. Wait, didn't you say you wanted to catch up on your shows? This is the pilot episode. She fumbles the remote in her hands and has to catch midair. Well, yeah. Just figure you should know what's all going on so you're not lost, you know? But if you want to keep watching this, that's fun too. She quickly pushes the button to start the next episode without my response. Cute is all that runs through her mind as at her attempts to cover for a small mistake. She's probably just refreshing her memory and... I wonder why I thought cute fit. Well, it does. Hell, endearing. Every time she glances over if I wouldn't enjoy the show. Sure, Mom and Dad aren't in any rush back. The characters on screen freeze. Oh shoot, did the Wi-Fi go out again? I try to stand up, but a bootishly heavy limb anchors my lap back down. Olivia's tail feels like a boulder across my leg, keeping me from standing. Olivia? I just paused it and go, oh. There's a complicated expression on her face. Is it normal? Is what normal? She chews her lip slowly in consideration. Your parents. Are they not really going to be back? I shrug. They're always busy with work. I feel a shifting next to me. Olivia's inched herself closer. Like, when I think about it, I barely see them at all. More shifting? I wonder sometimes. The tail shifts to my abdomen now. Does anyone even care? All the movement has stopped. As if reality itself has paused. Man, I must be more tired than I thought. I feel my head sway as my muscles ease into putty. I'm sure they do. I look at Olivia, who is shoulder to shoulder with me now. I mean, that's kind of the same. Yeah. Like in Dad. Also, this soundtrack. For some reason, it's like it's holding a suspicious tone. Like something a bit ominous. Elvie chews her lip as she considers her words. He's always busy, too. The whole reason I live with my godparents is because Da has to travel for work. So he does. I stopped myself as I see the faint wetness in Olivia's eyes. Sorry. Her eyes close and somber sigh escapes her lips. No, it's fine. I get it, Inco. Just silence is hanging over us now. I'll copy after the sweet girl next to me, letting my eyes slide close and a sad breath loose. After some time, she breaks the silence with soft and tender words. Of course your parents care. Just like duh. Why else would they work so much? But what about me? I won't suggest how pathetic that sounded. It's for you, you doof. How else could you afford all those nice things? Her words grow quieter as time goes on, and my body sinks into numbness again. God cares enough to work for my sake. Enough to talk my godparents into letting me live with them. They didn't have to, and yet I'm burdening them. My mind connects the dots. Mr. Halford talked Randy and Sophie into it? Which is why I have to be able to live on my own as soon as I can. 'Cause if they don't want me there anymore, that's it for me. I recall just how happy they were to have Olivia rejoin the party. They wouldn't, though. They love you like Damon and Vinny. She shakes the morose thoughts from her head, and then looks at me with serious moonshade eyes. Anyway, you should do the same for your parents and yourself. Aww. A cute Olivia. A suffering Inco with his silly Ray-Bans. My world goes horizontal, and I find my head atop the comfiest pillow I'd ever felt. I nod, and a nod becomes a nuzzle into said pillow. Above me, Olivia yelps. I try to turn and see what's wrong, but something falls atop my head that keeps it in place. Nothing. The soothingly cool, something rubs it across my head, drawing me further and further into a restful peace. Along with the gentle caresses, a deep vibrato emanates from somewhere, resonating in my tired mind. K. With a lulling touch and tone, my eyelids grow heavy. Slept. By the time I wake up, Olivia's gone. I check my phone for a time, only to realize it's 4 in the morning. Can't help but groan as I sit up on the couch, but instead of feeling horrible like I had the past few days, I felt surprisingly well. There's no doubt I have Olivia to thank. I mean. Hell, I might even be able to go to school today. I wonder if any of that soup is left. She probably left it in the fridge, right? I shuffle over to the appliance and open the door, allowing my eyes to adjust to the light. It only takes a second for me to spot a Tupperware container filled with the delicious meal. God bless her soul. Nice. I'll have to ask her for the recipe sometime. Back to school. Thanks to Olivia's advice and cooking, I'd finally made my recovery and returned to school. And I'm glad to be back. I felt like I'd missed so much while I'd been gone. Can't help but think this is like Phoenix Wright. I don't know when the jazz kicked in for Phoenix Wright, but I want to say it's whenever Godot appeared, or however you pronounce his name. Gadot. That guy. I want to say it's the third game. Anyways, I feel like I missed so much while I've been gone. So much I need to catch up on. I mean, I did manage to finish all the assignments that Ben had sent me. But I feel out of the loop with other things. Like gossip about me. They even tried to give me the rundown of all of it during PE. I'm still in shock over how bad some of them got. Up to cartel drug running and FBI's most wanted. What? Is it because my name kind of sounds like incognito? Even though that's what it basically is? I don't know, man. I don't think that's even possible in just a week. You don't know, man. You don't know. It possibly is. The end of class bell rings. It rings throughout the school, signaling the start of lunch. As everyone in class is packing up their things, Mr. Anakin speaks up. Alright everyone, make sure you complete the assignment by next class. You all have a wonderful rest of the day now. Oh, and Inco. I stop at the mention of my name as I throw on my backpack. Could you wait a moment, please? I have something I wish to speak to you about. Yeah, of course. Ellie looks back from the classroom entrance, waiting for me. Don't wait up on me. I'll meet you at a table with the others. With a shrug and a nod, Olivia wheels herself out the door and down the hall. Everyone else leaves the classroom, and it's just Anakin and I. Please, have a seat. I take the seats closest to Anakin's desk, taking a cookie as well, putting my backpack down as well. Mr. Anakin himself gets out from his chair and walks around his desk, leaning against it. So, I'll be quick about it. I got a job that needs doing. Up. You've missed assignments and need makeup work, and I need some extra help with something. Something I think you'll be very interested in. Some good friends of mine are getting married in a few short days, and they've hired me to be their photographer. And given the excellent learning experience, child labor, I thought of you. Me? Can I get paid, possibly? Yes, if you want to, of course. I could always call in some associates to help me out, but I thought adding in some extra credit would sweeten the deal. Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah! What would we be doing? Actually, I need to know that first. There's a broad smile on his face and a distant look in his eyes. Well, you'll be my apprentice in this case. You'll not only be helping set up more elaborate photos, you'll also be doing a lot of independent shots. Independent? You mean I'll be taking my own pictures? Yep. In fact, you will be using my SLRs and lenses for this, to keep all the shots uniform. The idea of finally getting to use something like Mr. Anakin's $1,000 Canon makes my head swim. Ah, a dear old Canon. So, what do you say? Interested? It certainly seems like a hefty task, even if Anakin would be there to help us. Then again, Anakin wouldn't be offering the job if he didn't think I was capable of doing it. This would technically be my first official photography gig. A wedding shoot to boot. It sounds so daunting yet enticing. I would love to. Alright, sounds like a done deal. It's after school today. We can talk about it more later. For now, you should be getting along to lunch. Thank you, Mr. Anakin. I give the teacher a nod and grab my backpack. Just as I head out the door, the curiosity gets the better of me. So, who's the lucky couple, if you don't mind me asking? The school nurse, actually. The husband-to-be is also a good friend of mine. Huh. Neat. I make a mental note to give my well wishes to the nurse if I see her before the wedding. With that, I wave Mr. Anakin goodbye and head down the hallway. Wait. Friday? But I was going to go practice painting then. I already agreed to go. Even if I didn't, it's real photography. Not even a question which I should go to, but jeez. It's like the universe is conspiring against me to never stop drawing stick figures. Oh, you'll grow sometime, my guy. I finally meet up with Olivia, who's waiting near the entrance of the cafeteria. The grassy green girl is leaned over, her sour pouch scrunching her maw, close as she eyes the passerbys. When she notices I moved into her airspace, she perks up immediately. Seeing the transformation is surreal. I drew my cheek to keep from laughing as I watch her muscular tail wag happily. Finally, took you long enough. Yeah, sorry that took so long. You didn't have to wait for me, by the way. Yeah, I could manage waiting for me to eating with you. I can feel a small tug at my lips, just from hearing Olivia say that. Mind if I push your chair in? Using me as a battering ram through the crowd now, eh? Yeah, something like that. Alright, but only 'cause you asked. But give me your backpack. I'll use it as a shield. Don't you have your own backpack? When I grab the handles, Olivia moves her tail up to grab my wrist. Like a arcade. Oh hey, I just noticed that. That's nice. Alright, charge! Yes, ma'am. Oh, damn! Oh! GTA 5 memories. Holy cock. Either or just Happy Wheels now that I think about it. I start marching through the crowd of unruly and famished teens clamoring for their daily meal. Olivia turns her head to me to say something. So what happened with Anakin? You in trouble for something? Huh? Oh, nah. Anakin just had the proposition for some extra credit. Really? What is it? He wants me to join him at a wedding and help him out with the photo shoot. Says he thinks it'll be a good learning experience. Ah, well, that sounds pretty interesting. Did you take it? Yep. Could be a good way to hone in on what I know. Plus, that extra credit can help make up for the time I was sick. You mean when you nearly overdosed on that cough drop cocktail you made? Yeah, that. Wait. Oh, what? I didn't say anything. Crowd's too loud here. The baryonyx chuckles to herself. I'm left rolling my eyes, letting her claim victory in this exchange. By the time we got our lunch, it's a simple matter of locating Damon and Liz by the telephone pole neck. For whatever reason, they're at a more sequestered table today. When we arrive, it's pretty obvious why. Oh, Mia. It's our girl. It's my girl. Ah. Took you long enough. Yeah. I expected more from Olivia. Something more graphic. Instead, Olivia rolled herself the rest of the way, taking her designated spot at the head of the table. Ah. I take the spot adjacent to her, all while keeping a wary eye on the pink Paracephalus. Okay. Looks like Mia's rage against me has simmered down over time, but that air of uncertainty and uneasiness still wavered around her. The best I can do is act friendly. Hey, Mia. Is there anything you need? Need? Nah, I just need to catch up with my good pal here. And who would that be? While the red-scaled menace turns towards Olivia, her own eyes remain locked on her soggy chicken. She's eating mechanically. I thought you were asking Liz for her homework, though. That too. Ah, right. Here, you guys. A pair of soda cans are rolled down the table. I think, wrapped to Christ, I'm able to catch both before they ram into a tray of questionable lunch meat. It'll be a shame if that went on the floor. Right? You guys were taking a while, so I grabbed drinks I grabbed the drinks today. Jeez. No, you didn't. Mia gave those to you. Well, she did because I thought about doing it. He's trying to bribe you for the math answers I helped you with earlier. Lizzie, I can't believe you would imply something like that about me. But it's true. Hey, free soda's free soda, man. At any rate, real reason I'm here is... Say, Olivia, you leave your phone at home or something? People are trying to contact you all day. Oh. Olivia pulls her phone out from her jacket pocket. I catch a glimpse of her wallpaper. A comical portrait of guts that she'd probably doodled. Yeah, I ran out of servants for a month. What the hell? You don't got a proper monthly plan? I got more important things to do than this, you know. If they want to see Olivia so bad, why send you and not just show up themselves? Shut it. Okay, who's so important for all this anyways? Who'd you think? Ben. Ben wants to talk to Olivia. Why does he want to talk to Olivia? Is this for 20 frickin' questions? Might as well be. How the hell should I know what's really going on between my boyfriend and Hot Wheels here? All that matters to me is if Livy here's gonna fix it or not. I'll think about it. Ah, whatever. I'm out of here. Smell you later, Gator. Okay, bye. Mia storms off, leaving Olivia looking very sour. Things alright with Ben? Olivia rests her arms on a table and slumps her head in. I don't want to talk about it. Where'd her bright mood go from before? Well, anyways, Damien, you really shouldn't condone cheating, even with something as simple as math homework. But you helped me out with it. That's different. I'll help you with it, and I think you're getting something out of it. Like the answers? What I mean is, in comparison, Mia's just trying to be lazy. She's only cheating herself. What's the issue then? What's the issue? Yeah, I get free soda. Some of you hate trick yourself into staying stupid. And everyone thinks they win. It's great. You scare me sometimes, Damien. His genius. I'd say it generates its own gravity. What a lad. Guess I'll have to ask Ben what's going on if I see him later. In the meantime, Olivia's disposition only gets Keating more and more dour. I try to think of something to help cheer her up, but I keep coming up with dead ends on just what could work here. There's gotta be something. Can't just leave her in such a sour mood. Oh, how about that? Hey, so what's the deal with your phone background? Oh, you noticed? She flips her phone on and shows me her background. Oh, it's a little doodle of guts. Yeah, drew it up the other day. Got the curves just right first try, so it's pretty cool. I'll bet. Is he with you today? Nah, I left him at home. How often do you bring him? Not often. Maybe once or twice a semester. And even then, it's just when I'm bored. Although once he was just in my hoodie and when I left for school. Unexpected. It was. Here, I got some pics saved. The screen displays a small creature, set atop a desk with its skinny tail clutched to its chest tightly. I don't know why, but he holds his tail like that all the time. I feel Damon and Liz hovering behind me, their eyes locked onto the adorably fat creature on screen. I don't know who coos, probably Liz, but Olivia rolls her eyes and swipes to the next picture of the cute pet, now in a transparent ball and looking confused. For the remaining minutes of lunch, We just sit huddled around Oli's phone, embraced by her sweet little rat as it did the most mundane things. Me when bird. Me when bird. Or fish. I really like fish. Yet Guts' method of doing them was way too undeniably cute. And that's what really got to us and made time fly faster than we could even notice. Brom, bom, bom. It's closing time, possibly. I blink a couple of times and stretch my arms and legs as I get up from my desk. Mrs. Brockling really knows how to make 40 minutes feel like 80. Godspeed. Well, at least it's time to practice painting. For real, for real. For real, for real. I might just say FR. Wait, no. Anakin wrote me into the photo shoot. Can't practice painting. Can't get good at anything. Why is it every time I try to actually improve, something like this happens? At this rate, I'll never get good enough to get a real following. I haven't gotten to actually have a whole afternoon to practice at all. So, there's no way in hell I'm missing this. I end up meeting with Ben and Anakin right as he was locked in his classroom. While our teacher made the assignment, internship, apprenticeship. Jesus. Coughing fits are lovely. Well, yeah, it made it all sound simple. I was still subjected to some paperwork, of course. Something about liability waiver or something. You know, in case something happens to us, like a surprise attack by 5 teenagers with multiple colored spandex. So basically life. Or GTA. I wonder if that happens often. We still filled the form out as the instructor gave an overview of just what exactly Ben and I would be doing. This is just a hotel. This is just a hotel you walked up to. I know there are plenty of shots where... Well, I don't know about plenty, but there's a fair amount of shots that is just a real-life location with a filter over it. But... I just wish some were actually, you know, made in the image of, well, Gator, I guess. Kind of like the school, the room of Inco, something like that. There's few structures out here, save for one at the edge of a cliff. Ben's the first one out of the cramped car with an arm full of telescoping black stands. I'll follow his example, unloading the vehicle. Oh my lord. Jesus Christ. That does not look right. That is a goddamn shame. Alright, you two. You remember what you're doing tonight? Yes, sir. After we set up a photo station in the corner of the hall, we will take turns walking the reception taking pictures of the guest. Perfect. I'll be with the wedding party the entire time. So if you need me, just look for a gaggle of similarly dressed women screeching, and you'll find me. Of course. He grins as he helps carry the last of the lights equipment from the trunk. Remember, this is actual work, so be polite, be efficient, but most importantly, Ben and I sit up right at attention, ready for any order our teacher will give us. Have fun. That is how it always should be, whether it be a floor clerk or whatever they call it, to manager, well, yeah, still, manager, chef. Oh, fucking eBay, nigga. Have fun with your life, whatever it may be. Home, work, especially off the clock, just doing some leisurely stuff. Trust me, the clients will appreciate it more. Everyone will appreciate it more, for the most part. And if a customer somehow turns out to be a bundle of sticks, let's just say, don't let it rain on your parade. Let's just say that. Go away, take a few breaths outside, then go back to the environment and have your fun. Or at least deal with it. Finally finished with the unloading, I inhaled the mixed aroma of ocean and flowers. While I find the scent energizing, Ben seems to have the exact opposite reaction. His brows pinch together in disgust as he tries to futilely he tries in futility to fan away the air with one hand while covering his nose with the other. Ugh. I think I'm going to be sick with this Jesus, why can't I read? Ugh. I think I'm going to be the sick one next with this weather. At least the view's great. I want to know where this is. I truly do. I just want to say it's California. That it is. Yeah. Mr. Anakin leads us through a small garden out front and into the reception hall. It's a spacious wedding tent adorned with all sorts of flora, and high-end lighting came into place warm and lit. Definitely is. I don't know if they actually... the devs actually just looked online to see a wedding room or whatever, wedding reception building in general. Maybe they did. Maybe they actually got to said place. Or maybe they actually got invited, or at least one of them got invited. But, nonetheless, it does look nice. At least until I look at the roof, it just doesn't look right then. Okay, you guys know how to set up here. I'm going to get to business. Yes, sir. He leaves us, stepping onto the ongoing ceremony with a prime camera and tripod. Ben and I exchange a single glance before we both resign ourselves to the daunting task. Did I accidentally do something? No, it looks like it's fine. First on the list is the telescopic lens stands for the cameras. From experience, it doesn't take us too long to get those in place. The next are the reflectors and strobe lights, all packed in heavy cases that have to be hauled inside. By my third case, I'm already exhausted. Shoot, I thought the gym class would have prepared me for this. No, don't do that. Didn't want that. Somehow I pressed wrongly. My phone buzzes. Might as well take a breather. Opening up the notification, I discover it's from Olivia. Hey, Shades. That profile pic. Interesting. Hi, Olivia. You got service back? Live long. Oh, nice. Oh, I lied about that. Angry, shaded man. So I leave with Anakin after school. What's up with that? I'm helping with a wedding photo shoot. I like that black dot that appears on my icon. You? At a wedding? Anakin give you a better jacket for it. My jacket is cool enough. What is that profile pic he's using? Is that the Mr. Beast pose? Mr. Beast! My fucking lord, where is that guy? So where at? Oh god. He said it was at some place, called Clarkson Lookout on the way over. Wait, really? That place has a bunch of scenic views. If you see any good landscape shots, take one for me. Sure, if I get the time. No, do it now! Oh, of course. The adorable little mouse. cute and threatening message received. Jeez. Well, this is a good spot as any. The sun's starting to set, so it does make for some pretty nice atmosphere. Maybe Olivia wants to paint another landscape. In the distance, I see a few sailboats and yachts. Further beyond, a freighter or two. The seas sure are crowded these days. I take the picture and send it over to Olivia. That does not look like a harbor view. It just looks like you're on a mountain. I feel robbed anyways. Thanks. Drooling face, I guess. I can't picture thanking me like that in reality. Not alone of her doing something in so sweet a manner. Inco, this thing weighs like 80 pounds. I'm not doing all the work. I think you should. You look like a twink. Oh, that's right. I let my camera hang loose around my neck while assisting Ben with setting up the last of the standing reflectors. Setting up meant not only the cameras, but a large chunk of the incomplete decor prep, which meant carrying out loads and loads of heavy cases, loaded with strobes, reflectors, cloth sheets, and so many telescoping pole stands. Following his instructions, Ben had set up a small red carpet path leading to a glamour shot station. Meanwhile, I was finishing making sure to mark out spots with the room had the right combination of flash strobe and or reflector. By the time our teacher had come back, I just placed the final light in position. As guests start walking down Ben's handmade path, I skirt along the edge with my Bard 8 high-end camera. The DSLR's click are muted compared to the chattering guests. And while I think I managed to catch some decent shots, I'm just not feeling it today. Is something wrong with me? And voila! Ben was having a much easier time working at the makeshift studio we built in the corner. Couples will simply walk up and stand before the backdrop of the massive window to the cliffside and ocean. That is such an opposite landscape that's being described than the picture that fucking Inco sent. I feel miffed, and I rightfully think so. And Ben had the brilliant idea not only to set up Anakin's lone camera, but also his own, so he'd capture the couples from 2 angles at once. He looked happy with each and every shot he took, and the people always chat him up right after. And here I am, doing my best not to scowl as I look over the blurry shot I had messed up. Come on, man. Get your head in the game. It's all about exposure. There's no money in this. Even though you probably really should be paid. Not probably, you should be. Blurry because my hands are shaking. I guess I'm I hadn't noticed till now that my main messaging app has been going off. So, is it going well? Hardly. I think Ben's turning it into a competition. Are you winning? Are you winning, son? No, not really. That's a sad, sad story. Being for me? Yearning face, I guess? That wasn't a real message. I try to ignore my phone for now. I don't think anything will calm my nerves at this point. That feeling of anxiety only grows as time marches on. I can't seem to get any one picture just right, and Ben zooming around as efficiently as he isn't helping. Well, that's not all. Olivia's messages are just throwing me off. Just break his Okay. Just break his flashing stick thingy, lol. This picture will be super dark, real, authentic. How out of date is Olivia to think we still use flash pans? Flash pans. I mean, that is that technically still a thing? It's just the flasher's just a stick itself. I mean, shit, man. Maybe the light boxes just threw that out of practice, I guess. Or lock in a bathroom or something. You know what? Why not? I don't think that's sportsmanlike. Or legal. Oh, you can give it a shot. Oh, I just remembered. I need another pick. Can you try shoving him into the wedding cake and taking a picture of him smashing the floor? Well, I like the... Fuck, what pose am I thinking of? Get the defeated Goku or Vegeta pose, whatever the Dragon Ball character that is. Or maybe the dead Brian pose. Or dead Peter Griffin pose. Which one do you want? I need it for, Muse. Muse. Fucking Muse. That. Do it for me. Yearning face. Come on, that's just violent. But it's funny! It's funny! Just barely within my peripheral vision, I spot a perfect shot of an older couple. The parents of the groom, I believe. There, that's a good chance. You and your smug face. I bring the bar camera up, look through the viewfinder, and see that the parents have already moved away and into another group. The camera slips from my grip, but luckily the neck strap holds it safely against my chest. Oh, there goes the camera. Okay, I need a break. I find an appropriate place to sneak outside and go around the building, slumping down against the brick siding. It's really twilight now. The ocean's reflection of the sun is getting very close to meeting a real thing. My phone buzzes once more, and something in me jumps. It's not fear, though. I just wish I knew what it was. Olivia sends a video of Guts running around a maze she put together using cardboard and school supplies. That would seem very adorable. I want to see that right now. When he comes out the other end, she gives him a grape to bind into her palm. Ah, I was never really fond of rodents. Same here. But seeing Olivia's videos the little duels is really starting to sway me. Do hamsters count as rodents? I know capybaras are the biggest rodent there is. Though I don't think that would be the appropriate pet, right? Because how big it is. There's something about seeing Olivia having such a strong bond with Guts and caring for him that warms my heart. It's hard to believe that this is the same girl that used to give me nothing but icy stares when I first met her. I'm glad she feels comfortable enough with me to let her defenses down and be herself. As I continue snapping photos, I check around the hall to find good photo ops and leads me to the stage where the DJ once was. Shame that I didn't get any good shots of him while he was here. Maybe Ben got some decent pictures. Looking through the camera lenses, I see that there's a gentleman sitting on the steps that lead up to the stage, finishing off a cigarette. There's someone over on the steps, taking a deep drag of his cigarette and blowing the smoke up towards the window. A truly iconic display of suavity. Gotta capture it, man. Before I know it, I've taken several shots. He seems like he wants to be left alone, but he doesn't mind, right? Hey, kid. Nah! Nah! Really? Aren't you the fucking driver from Snoop Game? I'm pretty sure that's who you are, my guy. Same universe, boys. Same universe. At least get my good side, will ya? Oh, step closer. Readjusting my camera settings and scrambling for an explanation. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if you wanted the attention. It's alright. People say I got a kind of resting bitch face. RBF. RBF. Though I can't lie, I'm pretty exhausted, kid. Especially after I had to carry the new missus down all the way to the car. Ah, so this is the groom. Oh, you gonna take a photo or what? Oh, right. Sorry. As far as my camera, the groom takes a thinker-esque pose, taking a drag from his cigarette. You gotta love the flashes. After a few clicks and a couple of slight adjustments to my position, I believe I got some pretty good shots in there. There we are. Oh, nice. Saw that puff. The groom blows out a plume of smoke from his mouth before leaning over to see the captures. Smells like a Vegas hotel. Shouldn't be surprised. It might smell a bit worse of the cigarette smoke in Vegas. I give the groom time to look at each photo thoroughly before moving to the next one. These are pretty good, kid. It should make this smug of mine look halfway decent. He lets out a scratchy chuckle as he takes another puff of his cigarette, before snuffing what little was left onto the floor. Thanks. Say, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing all the way here? It's your big day, isn't it? As the groom lets out another plume, he's already begun to dig up another ciggy. Lighting the new cig casually, he begins to inhale it. And keep inhaling it. One hell of a drag. Nice. He holds up a finger as he continues inhaling, until the cigarette is finished, and he finally exhaling a stream of lung cancer slowly over the course of 30 seconds. The new gas right into your face. Who doesn't love some good old-fashioned secondhand smoking? Please, thank you. Sir? Of course it is. Just having a little rest is all. I mean, this has been the happiest day of my life, but it's tiring as all hell. The missus is certainly having fun, and yet in a few hours, when we're in our new no longer bachelor pad, I'll be listening to her as she moans about how sore she is. The groom lets out another plume of smoke, this time through his nostrils. But hey, if that's the price I gotta pay, holy matrimony and all that jazz. Hell yeah. Definitely feels like the group is laying it on a bit thick to who is essentially a stranger to him. And yet, I can understand what he means. You know, you've been going around the whole reception snapping photos. Why don't you take a break too? I appreciate your concern. He motions his hand to the nearby stage as an available seat. Oh, wait, no, don't auto. Don't auto. Oh, I nearly fucked that up. I settle myself on the stage, as the groom then fiddles with a small packet. Looking closer, still sealed pack of ciggies. Trent told me a bit about you, you know. Who? Your camera teacher, or whatever he's called at your school. So Trent Anakin. Nice. Say, says you're a good kid and all, though a bit clueless. Hey. The groom lets out another guffaw as he cracks open the pack of cigs and plucks out a fresh cancer stick. Ah. Black lungs. His words, not mine. How do you know him? We've known each other for ages. He actually helped me meet the missus. Funny how that works. Whoa. Mr. Anakin was your wingman? Heh. You always hate how I told him that. By giving him a lift to some field trip he had to chaperone. Don't know why, he could have taken the school bus. But as soon as I got there, I met the rest of his coworkers, including my would-be wife. Oh, no. I'm sorry. The petrol prick tricked me into also chaperoning too. I think I could use the time to get to know her better. Jeez, maybe I should be asking him. Well, no, I can't. Can't what? Nothing important. Have a teacher tell you how to court a lady friend, right? Hey, no. Another one of his students. Your classmate, yeah? It's not like that. Ah, come on. I know you want to talk about girls. That's always fun. Humor me a bit. She's just a good friend. The word tastes bitter on my tongue for some reason. Sure, kid, sure. You got a few more minutes of quiet while Bridezilla and her mates are murder fight over that bouquet. I quickly glance over to see a woman twice my age wielding a folding chair like it was a battle axe. Trent can't help you there, but I can. So this good friend of yours, what's she like? Well, it's a bit of a complicated history. Oh? I mean, when I first met her, she was very cynical and sarcastic. Well, she's still sarcastic, but in a lighthearted way. Even with her friends, she was a little distant. But when she's painting or gushing about some franchise or obscure anime, there's this unashamed excitement and passion in it. I haven't met anyone with that kind of energy before. Once you get to know her, she's just nice, under it all. That everything? Well, yeah. I think she drew me carrying her once. Whistle. Whistle. That's all I can do. I, for one, cannot whistle myself. Excuse me. Well, shoot. He slides the ring off his ringer and holds it up to me. You want this? Sounds like you need more than me. I would take it. I would honestly take it. Kidding, I'm kidding. But dang, sounds pretty cut and dry to me. Never had a crush before? Not on anyone I know personally. Your folks together? Yeah. You love each other too, yeah? Yeah, I guess they do. You guess. It's complicated. They're around so little. I don't even know what their love looks like. How they interact. Even if they even love each other at all. They never told me their story. Why are they together? Anything that would prepare me for the future was outsourced. As far back as I remember, whenever my parents weren't around, there was a screen nearby. And they weren't around often. I've always had that little electronic friend in my pocket, telling me how great I was at everything. That's been my only help to get through life. God damn. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences. All the best ways to have the best friendships, hobbies, romance. But it feels worthless now. I'm not prepared. I don't even know if what this is love. This guy seems to think so, though. He'll help me out. I seem putting some words together now. Let me give you a little anecdote, kid. The groom finally lights the cigarette, though this time he's slow to puff on it. Ooh. Okay, that's something. See my beautiful bride over there? He motions with a dull ember of his smoke, to where the bridesmaids were still violently wrestling and the bride acted as referee. Even if we had never met, and this was a happenstance meeting, I'd see her over there. I just know. I love her. Yeah? Yep. Is that it? Yeah. Aren't you trying to give me a little push? convince me I like this girl? You're the one who wanted advice. There it is. But you're going to go on a bit more about love. Why the hell would I give a speech about love? I know what it is. You know what it is. But there's no groundbreaking advice that'll make everything make sense. You don't need me to convince you. You're just looking for reasons to not believe what's right in front of you. Oh. Break's over. Gotta run. The man gets up, dusting off his pants, and flicking the cigarette butt into the trash. Hey, take some great pictures for me, will you? No more moping. You're on the clock. He jogs into the crowd to meet up with his bride. My phone buzzes in my pocket. What timing? I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone, squinting at the screen. An unread notification from our group chat. Group chat, huh? Shoot, do I have time to be on my phone right now? Maybe I can talk to Damien about this. It's known Olivia for a while. Ben and Olivia used to be friends too. Would he be able to help? I should probably focus on what I'm here to do. Oh, what the hell? Besides, I don't want to let the groom down. What is it Olivia we're talking about? I don't want to do anything without knowing as much as I can. Okay. Right. Choices once again. So yes, we can focus again on taking the pictures. But he still wants advice, at least on Olivia. We do... Of course we have the ice broken, basically. We can actually talk to her, unlike before, just begin to meet her, where she's just distant. But, if we don't finish these photos, we don't get that extra credit. Anakin and Ben might get a little miffed at me, maybe even the groom. Or, we can talk to the others about Olivia. Olivia. Sacrifice our extra credit just to get some advice. A potential girlfriend. What do I want to do, man? I don't want my whole, you know, I guess, part of this to be, or at least this part of the wedding reception to be just asking 20 questions about Olivia. Though that again, if we ask her friends, we can possibly get closer to Olivia. I don't know, man. I think... Oh, God. I think we're gonna choose this one. Hopefully I don't use too much time to talk with the others. And I get some actual advice on Olivia. I can go into this without being prepared. I really don't want to let Olivia down. Especially after all I've done for her. What kinds of things does Olivia like? Oh, what kinds of things do girls in general like? I might be able to find some pointers online too. By the end, I can be a good boyfriend. I just need to figure out how. I reach for my phone, my fingers brush the camera that still hung around my neck. Wait, I still need to take these pictures, so I can't drop this entirely. I definitely don't want to let Anakin down. Okay, yes, so we're considering that still. Even though I'm not that good. Well, Ben's been on the top of his game all night. Even though he's stepping up some shots, so I'm sure Anakin will have enough by the end of the night. That's not like I'm offering anything crazy valuable here. Well, damn. Alright. Meander to the far wall of the hall, and find a way to slip outside. Did your camera just disappear? Yes, it did. Of course. Phone in hand, I scroll through my previous calls to find Damien. You'll have all the info I need. And he called me the other week to ask if the following day was a school holiday. On a Saturday. Ah, here it is. Just what I needed. And now I listen to the dial tone. All I can do is wait. Come on, pick up. The cool evening air of autumn nips at my skin, with a slow breeze ruffling the branches of nearby trees. Some leaves are brown lazily off the branches, drifting with each other to a songless dance. I did always prefer nature photography. It's a lot less hectic compared to tonight. Hello, Payne residence? Huh? Oh, sorry, Mrs. Payne. I thought this was Damien's phone. It is. He left his phone on the table while he takes out the trash. One moment. Damien, sweetie. You have a school friend on the phone. Ah, Ma, I told you not to answer these spam calls. It's Inco. Oh, snap. Cool. Thanks, Mom. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's me, Inco, not scam call Inco. I can make out the frank shuffling on the phone. What do you need me for? Okay, just play it cool. Right, I just wanted to ask about, Wait, how do I even ask him about this? God damn you, Inco. Well, I want to be a better friend for Olivia, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm following. I was wondering if you knew anything else I should know, you know? A sound lets me know how stupid that sounded. Huh? Well, I think she likes anime and soda and arcade. Fuck you know. But didn't you notice already? I do, yes. Inco, every time you make that pose, I can see the damn emoji. The damn nerd emoji. But I mean, like, anything a bit further than that. I mean, you like Olivia, don't you, Inco? I didn't say that. Despite the stiff breeze, I can feel my face burning up. Shut up! Real. Say it. Say what? I don't need to tell you nothing. I got all day to wait. Do you? Dang it, I'm serious. I need some help here, man. I'm serious too. Come on, say it. I'm not confirming or denying anything. Well, maybe I should hang up then. If you do that shit, I'm probably gonna restart this shit. See you at school tomorrow, Inco, my man. Ah, damn it, fine. I think that's the first time I've seen that face, too. Damien! Yes? I take a deep breath and say it. Alright, I like her. Huh? Who? Oh, come on. Olivia. Huh, what about her? I'm not hearing complete sentences here. Screw you. I like Olivia. I want to know what advice you have as her friend. I'm serious. There we go. In all seriousness, I don't have much for you. I haven't thought of Olivia that way since, like, 3rd grade. I don't got anything game-changing for you. This is an absolute waste of time. Great. But hey, I'm here for you, man. Just don't act like a fool and start wilding out, you know? Wilding out. Wildin' out. I never thought I'd heard that term in this, but I should have known ever since Purple Drank was fucking dropped. Not in the slightest. I'm saying. Look, you're calling because you think there's some big secret here, right? I'm telling you there isn't one. That in itself is an advantage. You don't need to be focused on, like, strategy. Strategy. Just let it happen. Like Tame Impala. Wait, does she know? No, I don't think so. I think she likes me too? Well, yeah. That's the long and short of what I got. Have you been in a relationship, Damien? A few. Nothing serious, though. Hey, want to go to the school dance, that sort of thing? Never went anywhere, you know? Yeah. Alright, I should get back to it. Sorry to bother. Hey, call anytime, man. Thanks. Be seeing you. See you later, Gator Dater. Oh, nice. I fight dirt, just throw my phone into a brick wall. That was completely pointless. I do want to fucking go back because of how shit of a choice that was. I place a hand on my forehead and take a deep breath. At this point, I should just try to get some photos to look somewhat competent at my job. Slip my phone back into my pocket, grab my camera, and begin walking around the hall. Doing my best to look for opportunities to snap some decent shots. I do a lap of around the hall. Even then, I'm still struggling to find anything good. It isn't long before I notice Ben across from me. From the looks of it, he's managing a fair bit better than I am. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more than a fair bit. Not only is he finding better shots than I am, but the guests are going to him to ask for shots. Actually, the more I think about it, Ben might actually have some decent advice to give me, right? Better than what I got from Damien? Ooh, we're getting something from Ben as well, potentially? This is epic. I surreptitiously maneuver around the various wedding goers, impeding my path, trying to get to Ben. Eventually, I have an opening while Ben is currently taking a picture of another couple by their table. Not wanting it to seem like I'm lost, I try to blend in and join him. I get near Ben and get down on one knee to take an alternate angled shots of the couple. As if he had a sixth sense, Ben quickly noted my presence, shocked that I was next to him. Inco? What are you doing? I just wanted to get some alternate shots for the lovely couple, just in case they would like them, you know? I give off an awkward laugh, though it's not amusing to Ben. He gives me an icy glare that sends shivers down my spine, as I've clearly stepped into his territory. I think it'd be more efficient if we work in different paths of the venue. Or if there are people over there that want their picture taken. If the people over there wanted a picture, I wouldn't be here in the first place. That is true. That is very true. Ben wordlessly goes back to snapping photos. I get back on my feet and lean close to preoccupied... Okay, you're getting a little silly, my guy. A little too silly. Get back on my feet and lean close to the preoccupied Persepolis to talk to him. Look, Ben, I need some advice. Thank you, young man. No problem, ma'am. Finished with the couple's photos, Ben turns around and begins to hoof it down the venue to look for more photo ops. I don't think he's interested anymore. I match his pace in order to keep up with him. Advice, you say? It's about Olivia. Mention the Barney stops Ben's dead in his tracks. He turns around to face me. What about Olivia? Well, it's just that I take a deep breath to steady myself. The thing is, I think I love Olivia. Ben's face goes from confusion to sheer surprise. His eyes going as big as his glasses. Wait, what? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. And since you've known her for longer, I could ask you some things about her. Ben? Ben? What? Sorry, I must have misheard you. You said you're in love with Olivia and I did. Or I think I am. Look, I really don't know. I'm asking for some help and... The Parasaur clasps his hands on my shoulder and smiles broadly. This is wonderful news. Olivia's always been a bit of a loner, but to know that someone likes her like that is just fantastic. He wraps his arms around my neck, or his arms wraps around my neck, and he starts dragging me away from the sweating crowd. Okay, right. Do you want to know more about Olivia, yeah? We used to be the best of friends way, way back. I paid close attention to Ben as he went over his history with the girl I may or may not love. A part of me wanted to take notes on my phone as he listed down all the shows they used to watch together. By the time he hit the cues, I noticed that some of the guests had left. Should I be writing this all down? I think you'll be fine. Unless Olivia's even changed music taste in the last 3 years. 3 years. A lot can happen in just a year. A fair amount might have happened in the last 3. 3? Aren't you talking to her these days? I mean, not as much as I used to. It's been a while since we had a sit down. Wait, but you came and told us you wanted to talk to her. You wanted to talk with her at lunch. I have no idea what you're talking about. Huh? I thought you were above gossiping, Inco. Yeah, I'm thinking Mia's just using Ben. Ben, you are just... You're not like a project to Mia, you're just there. You're just fucking there. A project as in like... the best example I can think of is like the nerdy kid that somehow gets with the athletic woman, you know? And then he becomes a project to toughen up, do the gym or whatever. I don't know if that's a trope nowadays in TV, but I know in something like Knight Rider there was a concept like that in one of the episodes. Sorry. Anyway, Olivia and I don't talk much, but I think we should. Hell, if I was around more, I could have helped you two get to know one another sooner. Maybe even... A shrill cry interrupts us. Across the room, the newlyweds are in some altercation? I guess it's time of the night for the groom to carry the bride out. But for some reason, she's riding piggyback like a grade schooler. He laughs to himself manically while she complains and holds onto his hair to keep balance. Well, that relationship isn't going to last. Inco? Yeah, sorry. Back on track. What's important is that you always be mindful of her condition. Her condition? You know what I mean. Olivia absolutely hates special treatment. And it can get to a point where that in itself is a burden that weighs down her friends. Refusing to accept help to the point she becomes a problem for those around her. That's true. That can be... I've been with friends. Not disabled friends, but friends that just push other friends, their own friends, away to the point that it's just not worth it being their friend, you know? Ben sighs. I would know. Are you talking about how Olivia tries to do things on her own? Yeah, like, for all the times I've tried to help her out, she just gets all pouty and sullen as if I were stepping on her toes. No wonder people try to avoid her, you know? You can't just keep pushing people away. I care about Olivia, but she doesn't do herself any favors. Truth be told, I'm a bit excited to hear this from you. If you could get through to her, we could be friends again. I'll definitely do it right this time. I don't want to impose anything on her. That wouldn't be right. Well, see, that's exactly what you want to avoid. Otherwise, your relationship is going to be one-sided. One-sided? Relationships are all about mutual respect for one another. Anything less than that is unreasonable. Without that understanding, it's doomed to fail. Oh wait, did I skip something? No. And one thing to understand is... Oh, damn. One thing to understand, Olivia, is that her condition needs special considerations. Ones that she doesn't fully agree with. So you have to account for that from her, otherwise it won't work out. Is that why you two stopped talking? Alright, you boys ready to pack up? Thank you, Mr. Anakin, very cool. Pretty long night, huh? Our teacher looks haggard as he walks up to us. His wings are dragging on the floor, and he's propping himself up with one of those light stands we brought. Despite his exhaustion, he's grinning wildly. You two enjoy your first work experience? Oh, absolutely, Mr. Anakin. I managed to load up both of the memory cards you gave to me, and I even managed to try out the different kinds of lenses you had brought. Good to hear, Ben. What about you, Inco? Well, if I'm being honest with you, I wasn't on my A-game tonight. Well, I suppose it is a tough order to start with. So many things to account for, and... no, I meant I really didn't get that many good shots, Mr. Anakin. I didn't even finish the first card you'd given me. I see. Well, when we go through these next week, I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh, definitely. The groom saunters up with a huge grin on his face, slinging an arm around our teacher's shoulders. Can't wait to see those. Mr. Anakin straightens up and shrugs the arm off, turning to the newlywed man. You'll see them when you see them. My team still needs to go through all the pictures and weed out the chaff. Come on, Z. Can't you give your buddy a preview or something? Anakin sighs a bit. Hey, it's your special day. Ben, could you go fetch the laptop and card reader? Yes, sir. Inco, while he's doing that, can you start packing up everything into the trunk? Sure thing, Mr. Anakin. Before I turn away to start, the Tired Patero, nice wordplay. The Tired Patero, or Tired Taro, fuck, takes the camera from me. You can sit at that table over there. The two older men head off, leaving Ben and I to get started on packing everything up. While Ben and I are busy dismantling the multitude of standing flashes and lamps, the bride and groom and Mr. Anakin sits at a cleaned-up table with a laptop before them. Can't really make out what they're saying, but I can tell based on the way the three switch between quietly focused and laughing loudly. By the time the back of the car is loaded up, the last of the wedding party has departed. Nothing left to do. Ben and I linger a bit behind the group. Think about it, alright? My advice. Olivia does need help. And if you're really aiming to ask her out, keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Thanks, Ben. No problem. And we're done. Yeah, don't want to keep the missus waiting too long. Not tonight. Blah. Alright. Good night, everyone. He points to me for a moment. And good luck to you, little guy. Be seeing you, Mal. Mal, eh? The groom saunters off. You two ready to go? Yeah, I'm pretty beat. The lights are killing me. Feels like my shins are about to explode. Better you get used to that pain, Inco. Plenty more of that to come once we start doing all-day events like sports matches or air shows. Air shows. Okay. Any advice you can give me to avoid the pain? Ben taps his chin. Comfy shoes, good soles, plenty of squats to build up your leg strength. Definitely. Especially when you're trying to... Or, especially when, like, you're, like, in a basic job, like retail or being a chef, I guess, or in the restaurant business, I should say. Changing your insoles can help a lot. Not everyone will be standing, but retail, restaurant work, that's definitely what you're going to be doing all day. Other jobs as well. So you gotta search up like insoles that can actually help you, you know? You can see if you're flat-footed or not. See what sole can help you with that. I just feel like no one really considers that. But then again, some people can just build enough strength to just stand on something like retro Jordans. They are not the comfiest, but even with the regular soles, with how thin they actually are, people just get used to that. Even if it's like walking all day or just standing for the most part at their job, you gotta consider that. Though, I know it's weird to say, but on-cloud shoes are absolutely epic. They're really comfy. They have plenty of sole to keep you, I don't know, keep your legs happy. And then the soles, they're good on its own, but if you want to switch it out for another comfy sole, that'll definitely help you out a lot more. And, of course, leg training, I guess, not just squats. That can definitely help out your legs to be better at standing, walking, you know. Maybe also going out for power walks and jogs to really build muscles. There you go. Great. Even when I pick a career choice that doesn't involve physical activity, I still somehow wind up having to exercise in order to be successful. Well, it keeps you healthy. I'll tell you that. Okay, right. Let's just continue a little bit more. I just need water, but I already got it. Let's just maybe get to a school day, probably. Either way, it's not long before we climb into the car and begin our journey back to school. I sit onto the rhythmic motions of the car as it glides along the road. The cityscape of Volcadaire Bluffs passes by. I can't help but admire it. The mood is quickly killed, however, as Ben calls a certain red-scaled girl. Of course, who doesn't want to see Mia? What? The saccharine lovey-dovey talk makes my head hurt. I can guess by his expression that Anakin feels the same way. But you did the same as Padme. God, that dialogue together was stoic in the movies. Just like talking, two pieces of bread talking to each other. He changes the subject by asking if my parents can pick me up. Looks like I'll be taking the late night metro home. Still, I had fun today. Even though we're pretty far into the fall season, today is a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so the temperatures outside are bearable enough to relax in. For a last respite before the unforgetting cold of winter settles in. Unlike yesterday with its cooling rain and incoming cold temperatures. I decided to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me. Inco, it's too cold. It'll freeze my veins solid. It's 70 degrees and you already agreed. Calm down. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We step out into the chilled air. Yes. She pulls the drawstrings of a hoodie taut, yanking it shut again. When I try moving her along, she starts dragging her tail on the ground. You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? That hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the yard that looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us. Alone. Sitting at a picnic table in complete silence. Ingenious one-liners flow through my head like a slam poetry champion. Yet I can't work up the will to say anything about the wedding tour. Guess there's always later. So Olivia. The Gator lifts her head from her roast beef sandwich, staring directly at me. What's up? How about the... Yes. Yes. The weather. Do you want to look at the weather app together with me, son? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace. Well, it's pretty chilly. But why are we the only ones out here? It is pretty empty out here today. Maybe it's like a human dino thing. Or acclimated to snow. Even with the hoodie, it's a lot colder than I'd like. Oh, why'd you agree to come on outside with me? Well, you wanted to, and I... And you? Olivia's lips quiver as little as she tries to work out words to say. Her mouth isn't up to the task, as a flush of scarlet spreads across her cheeks. It makes her pouting lips glow. Hey! Stop looking at me like that. I mean, where are you from then? The Midwest. The Midwest? Only loons come from the Midwest. The loons. This might be out of pocket, but I do remember... Isn't Minnesota United from the MLS? Isn't their names just called the Loons? Hold on. A Minnesota shooting. I did not want that, but you know what? That happened. Let's take a journey to the internet. Lamps? I'm sorry? Oh yes, there it is. How Minnesota United became the Loons. Oh, it's a bird thing. Okay. Never mind. Only loons come from the Southwest. Oh, come on, that's not true. Alright, what was it like then? A lot of empty promises. Nothing worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I showed up? Horrible. Everybody here sucked. Well, they still do, I guess, but seriously, most of the faculty had a stick up their ass. And the student body was holding on for dear life. I'd do anything to get out of this place. I got to take you and Damien with me. What? Wow. Colorful. Oh, that was actually a mystery text box. Olivia and I freeze at a familiar voice? Is it Ben? Oh no, it's Scalar. Oh, damn. Look at her face. The sound of stone grinding on stone echoes through the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Oh, there's that. There's our bright red. Lovely. Principal Scalar stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Though her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exceptionally loud as she looks at Olivia. A stand next to her stands a large whale dressed in formal attire. I guess Mr. Ferris is still doing that inspection. And did he hear? What were you just now saying about student morale, Principal Scalar? He doesn't even look up from his clipboard as he begins jotting down something with a pencil. I just noticed his tail. I'm pretty sure that was on him when he was at the barbecue. I just didn't notice somehow. I said had. Ever since Principal Scalar took over as our principal, things have gotten better. Olivia's words do little to make Scalar's face lessen in both color, intensity, and heat. Yeah, have to say the school's way better than my old one by at least a country mile. So, Mr. Inco, would you say that your time in St. Hammond, since your transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I've met good friends, have had excellent teachers and classes, and have had an all-around good time. Also, the cafeteria food is great. It actually tastes like food and not microwave reheated gruel. Ah, such a shame that we get nothing because of Mrs. Obama, Mrs. Osama, more like. Mr. Ferris gives me a nod and writes something else on his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Mrs. Olivia Halford, was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? Do be honest if you please. Olivia shoots me a quick glance before taking a deep breath. Well, the school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Also, our PE teacher steals hats from the students and hoards them in the equipment shed. What? What is this all about? What is this rumor? I want this investigated now. I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scalar's face as soon as Olivia finishes lodging her complaints. Would want to be around her after Ferris's visit is over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes down more on his clipboard before turning back to face Scalar, who does her best to turn her grimace to some kind of smile. Seems like there are some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting the issues Mrs. Halford has pointed out? Principal Scalar nervously clears his throat. I've already sent in a request to the district to have the elevator looked at by a technician. Mr. Ferris nods and writes something else on his clipboard before clicking his pen and stuffing it in his front suit pocket. I'll have to talk to the superintendent about the request next time I'm at the office. What about this PE teacher Mrs. Olivia mentions? Oh, Mr. Coach Solly. Ferris raises an eyebrow. That's his legal name. I know. He checks the page, then sighs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, that's enough about St. Hammond for the time being. Mr. Inco, how would you say things are going for you? Not just as a student, but as a growing adult. I think I'm doing perfectly well in that regard. And so is Olivia here. I gesture over to the green dino. He seems to jump in surprise. Oh, yeah, of course. The response almost seems instinctual on her part. That must mean she's really taken to my support. Huh. That's a relief. I suppose that's good to hear. Why are you facing away, Inco? What are you looking at? The Leviathan finishes jotting down something on his clipboard, finally turning to Principal Scalar. I think I have everything I need for the time being. So, Mr. Ferris, why don't we adjourn to the faculty lounge? Of course, you can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. Inspector turns away, Principal Scalar lagging behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. How's she done this freshman year? With a huff and frown, Olivia stabs at her lunch tray, treating her Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. She levels her silver eyes on me, but remains focused on treating her salad like its namesake. It's senior year, and we're about halfway through. So, we only have to put up with this place for a couple more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken, twisting her spork roughly. Ah, a spork. An invention which I think would be better if it's only metal. And then what? Then what? I guess, huh. I don't really have any concrete plans after school. What do you mean? You mentioned all that stuff about making a name for yourself. I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. But honestly, I haven't considered what I was going to do to get there. It's my turn to toy with my meal. You? I plan on getting an art degree. Whoa, really? I don't know about that. Online, of course, I guess. Oh. Not like I have any other options. The only time I'm worth anything is when there's a brush in my hand. Only classes I'm really passing too. I nod my head in understanding, but... She's talking about her future, but it sounds more like resignation than a declaration. I at least have something, even if the path to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a loss of words. Damn. I was hoping to actually use this time to... I don't know. I wanted to talk to Olivia and, ask her something. Ahem. Or something like that. Stupid Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. The air between us is awkward as we pick at our lunch. Even after the bell rings and we're forced to finish eating, it's still weird. Even when I ask if Olivia would like a push to history, she just remains silent in thought. And that is where I'm going to be saving for today.